Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we're going to be doing our Championship Game Week 35 predictions. It's going to be pretty mad. There's some big games and there are some decent games. But should we get into the first game, which is Blackburn Rovers versus QPR, and it's a bit of a close one. Third versus fifth. 2 points separate these two sides. Blackburn are at home, they've got the home advantage. I'm not too sure though. Blackburn's recent form has not been great. They've lost their main man, Ben Berriton Diaz. He's a big loss for them, that's for sure. They've got a loss, drew, loss, drew. They haven't won in their last five. QPR won, drew, loss, drew. So both of them not on great form, that's to say the least. But they're both in playoffs, so I need Hudson the fourth to that. But this is going to be a massive game. Blackburn, I can only sit on the fence 1-1. I just don't see any of these two teams winning. I honestly don't. I just think both teams, average. Then just, to be fair. Yes, they're in the playoffs, but their form recently has been absolutely abysmal. They've been dreadful. And luckily, they've been dreadful because that opens up a little spot for Coventry City. But what I can't really say. But I just think both teams, bad form. And moving on to Luton Town versus Derby. And Luton 8 are one of our, teams that are in the playoff push with us versus Derby, who just sink. 8 points off safety. Reading picking up some big wins. Luton are on decent form. 4 wins out of the last 5. Derby have got 2 wins out of the last 5 and 3 losses. But they're in a little run of loss, win, loss, win, loss. So they could win. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 to Luton Town. I think Luton's have enough. Moving on to Millwall, Sheffield United. Millwall. To be fair, I'm hoping for Millwall win here. Hopefully Millwall can shithouse my language. Hopefully Millwall can win this game. They've got 3 wins on the trot, with Sheffield United getting 2 wins on the trot. So one team's gonna lose their form. Millwall 3 wins, a loss and a draw, and for Sheffield United it's 2 wins, 2 draws, and another win. So 3 wins, 2 draws. So it's a win-win, juju, win. I'm hoping for 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1. Millwall at the Den is a tough place to go, and I think Millwall will somehow defend deep, and Sheffield United just won't get they won't just go on a mad run and score loads of goals. I think it's going to be 1-1. Moving on to Nottingham Forest versus Bristol City. Forest sit down to 10th with 2 draws, 2 wins and a loss in the last 5. And Bristol City, Cov just played them, 3 losses and 2 wins. Maybe they'll win here. Forest are on a bad run of form, but I think they'll sneak back and win 2-0 against Bristol City. They're at home. Bristol City is a hard team to play against, but especially at away for the team, but Bristol City at home. But yeah, I just think Bristol City away at Forest, it's going to be tough, and I think they'll lose 2-0 to Forest. Moving on to Blackpool versus Reading. Reading, to be fair, with 2 wins on the trot now, 2 wins and a draw in the last 3. They've really climbed themselves out of it. They're 8 points clear of the relegation zone. They've clawed their way out of they were never in the relegation, but they clawed their way out of that relegation scrap in a way. They can rest a little bit, not really the 8 points clear, but they can rest for 2 games possibly. But you never want to do that. You want to get as many points as possible, and I think they'll be unbeaten for 4. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Blackpool don't look too great. Loss, drew, win in the last 5. That's 2 losses, 2 draws, and a win in the last 5. So they're not in great form. Reading are starting to win games. So yeah, 1-1. Moving on to Bournemouth versus Stoke. Bournemouth had their last game postponed against Swansea. But Stoke, they look decent. Stoke have fallen a little bit. They're 14th at the moment, and Bournemouth are second. I think Bournemouth have enough. 2-0. Bournemouth's form is 3 wins on the trot, so I just don't think they'll lose. Moving on to Barnsley, Middlesbrough. Come on, Barnsley. Come on, Barnsley. Come on, Barnsley. Come on, Barnsley. Yeah, Barnsley won't win. I'm sorry, Barnsley will not win. To be fair, Bristol City beat Middlesbrough, but it can't be, Middlesbrough win. They should win anyway. Middlesbrough 7th at the moment. Barnsley last. I want Middlesbrough to lose because then they're just above us. They're 7th. They're only 2 points clear of us. So I'm hoping for Middlesbrough loss, but yeah. And Middlesbrough will get the win. Moving on to Cardiff, Fulham. What a game this is going to be. Fulham, Mitrovic. Could this be a Mitrovic masterclass? I think it will. No, 2-0. I think it'll be a Mitrovic brace. No, actually a hat-trick. A Mitrovic hat-trick. 3-0 to Fulham. Yeah. That's it. Fulham should have enough in the tank. Maybe not 3-0, but they'll win. I'm moving on to Peterborough versus Hull. An interesting one. Peterborough, they look a decent side. I'm not too sure. Relegation scrap. Peterborough in 23rd on 21 points and Hull 20th on 34 points. I think Hull have enough in the tank and win 1-0. Moving on to Coventry City versus Preston North End. We got a late goal. Got a big Swede on our side. Plays for City Squad blue and white. Scoring goals is what he does best, and he goes by the name of Gyökeres. Yeah. I'm not too optimistic. Preston currently sit 13th. They're a bit of a bogey team. They're 4 points away from us. For me, we'll drop points. I think it could be 2 on Preston. We're at home. I'm hoping for 1-1. I'm hoping for a win, of course, but I'm just not too sure we'll win. I just don't think we have, I don't think we'll win, though. We've been a bit scrappy recently, We've been a bit poor, but we're getting results. So possibly we could win. Cameron needs to get on the score sheet, get confidence again because he's a brilliant player. Moving on to Birmingham Huddersfield, and hopefully Birmingham can do what they did to Luton, hopefully. But yeah, for me it's gonna be 2-1 to not Birmingham, 2-1 to Huddersfield. They have enough, not 12-0. They just have enough, don't they? It's what can I say? Let's have enough. There's nothing else to say. Moving on to the final game, which is West Brom versus Swansea City. This game's on Monday. West Brom, they look alright. 11th, absolutely woeful for them. They're 7 points clear. They're 7 points away from playoffs. They're doing dreadful. Swansea, on the other hand, not doing the greatest. For me, it's just going to be a stalemate 1-1. Alright, now we're moving on to the table. See you in a sec. Alright, here is the table after all of the scores have been predicted. Alright, so 24th would be Barnsley, 23rd would be Peterborough, 22nd Derby, 21st Reading, 20th Cardiff, 19th Birmingham, 18th Hull City, 17th Swansea City, 16th Bristol, 15th Blackpool, 14th Stoke, 13th Preston, 12th Millwall, 11th West Brom, 10th Coventry City, 9th Nottingham Forest, 8th Luton Town, 7th Sheffield United, 6th Middlesbrough, 5th Blackburn Rovers, 4th QPR, 3rd Huddersfield Town, 2nd Bournemouth, and 1st, of course, Fulham. But we'll slip down to 10th. That'll be one place if we drew to Preston. We'll only be 4 points. We'll lose grip-ish by 1 point. So I really do not want all my predictions to go correctly. But yeah, so that wraps up the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And before we finish, I just want to say, hope all the Ukrainians are fine after what's happened today at the time I'm recording. It's tragic with Russia and Ukraine. Hopefully that can be sorted out shortly and quickly, and Ukraine can get back to their usual selves. But I just want to say, wish the Ukrainians well. This will be posted on Saturday, so you'll think I'm saying this, but I won't be saying this in the preview. But yeah, I just want to say, hope the Ukrainians are feeling fine. But yeah, see you guys later.